Welcome to our Living Chinuch podcast. So we've been, Baruch Hashem, Living Chassidus has been around for 7 years now. And Baruch Hashem, many of our girls are married, have kinderlach, and they're continuing on in their path of their lives as a Jewish woman. And being that Living Chassidus, our whole purpose is to live with Chassidus, and we want to help women live with Chassidus, we decided we wanted to help even our alumni to move on into this path with the clarity of Chassidus. There's a lot of different shittas around the world, and not necessarily do they lead to the right result. As we can see that not all children in the world following all kinds of shittas are doing the Torah perspective thing that is meant to be done. So, after being asked by our incredible group of alumni, huge shout out to them, we've decided to come and bring together some sources, bring together some wisdom, and share it in the most practical way we can try. So, Torah is full of chinuch. The entire Torah is teaching us how to be, how to live, how to conduct our lives, how to think, how to feel sometimes even. And so too with the way that we learn and we raise ourselves, we can teach our children and raise them to be incredible Torah Jews and make the Rebbe proud and make the Eibishter proud. So we didn't just come out of, we didn't get this out of thin air. Through lots of learning and through lots of hard work, we've worked on ourselves, but through the learning of Torah and through having the clarity of Torah and Chassidus, it has helped us have clarity about what we need to work on in order to give those clear messages to our children. We also want to give a huge shout out to
my father. That really, from when I was a kid, helped me, and he's our mentor, chinuch mentor, that really, anytime I need, I ask him questions. And honestly, without him, they all say how great our kids are, and our kids are really great, but they think it's all us, and it's also us. My father helped guide us, and really, I wouldn't have the beautiful relationship with my kids that I have today without him, and I'm forever indebted.
Yes. So we want to share that all the answers are really everywhere. And not only are they everywhere, but they're also in English. You don't have to, anyone who is a mommy especially, who doesn't necessarily have the time or doesn't have the language skills to really go into a Yiddish sikha or a Hebrew sikha, or it's all in English. So a good example is a start, which is called The Teachings of the Rebbe on Chinuch. Incredible book. Every single age gets discussed. And it is very clear, very, very helpful. Another incredible resource, which is very practical, I strongly suggest every person to read, is called Aaron Staff. Every week has something to read. Every week has really practical and down-to-earth examples of what you can work on that week. Another great example is the Educator's Handbook. Very clear, also very guided. It's written by Rabbi Chodakov. Amazing. There's Chassid Yerushalayim London. I learned this because I have Baruch Hashem Planar. I have 3 boys right now, and it teaches about what the yeshiva system does for our children. It is so beautiful to know how you can prepare your child to be successful in the world. Inclusion and the Power of an Individual. Not Baruch Hashem, I don't have a need for this particularly, but I learned so much about how the Rebbe sees children.
Special needs. Yeah,
children with special needs. But I learned so much. My child, and he speaks about it here, that every single child is different. And even if it's not considered quote unquote special needs, my children need their particular needs at their own time. So, incredible book. I definitely suggest reading. Chinuch al Taras HaKodesh. This beautiful set called Shabbat Delights. It's not necessarily entirely about chinuch, but it has a lot about chinuch. It's written by a woman when she talks about the weekly parsha and women's lessons to be learned. Reaching In is a pamphlet for how to help deal with or help children who are, going off the derech or have gone off the derech. And I read it. Again, I don't necessarily have a need for it right now in my life, but the reality is that it taught me what I need to do as a preparation to prevent that from happening to my children. Educator's Privilege, and even something as incredible as Likutei Sichas has amazing, incredible gems in there. Every Sicha has something for me to raise and mature within myself. And when I learned that lesson for myself, our children are just miniature us. They're just little immature versions of us. So what we need to teach ourselves to mature and to grow and to be amazing human beings is not much more, so we can apply that to our children.
And also, together with that, one of the magazines, Reaching In, is part of the broader magazine of Perspectives magazine, which they come out with a lot of good information. And really, all these things, as maybe they're not all talk specifically about a chinuch question you have, which is what we're trying to help in, but it has a general view, and we see how it changed our view on our kids and ourselves, and how to do things and how to see things from a Chassidus perspective, which will give you kids the skills to take over the world and bring in Mashiach. Really, it's really amazing.
So we hope to take all of these things and all of our resources and all of our life's experience and what we have used in order to, Baruch Hashem, raise our children, and we hope to bring it in a practical and relatable and down-to-earth way. That way you guys can also take this wisdom and not just say, okay, you guys say it's all in there, but where is it? Why aren't we getting it? So we're hoping to be able to try. And with everything, we're not perfect. And
speak for yourself.
And we're just trying our best. So if you have any questions or if you have any comments, please reach out to us. We would love to hear how much more so with questions. If they're practical, we would love to help out in whatever way we can. So, Mashiach now, and see you guys soon.
Thank you.